What's going on, traders? It's Julian here, and I'm doing a video lesson on breakouts. Yesterday, I actually posted this chart right through here in my Facebook group and in my chat group, and it triggered some questions, and I want to get into them. And it's really about how to buy breakouts. What's the right way to buy breakouts? So first and foremost, I want to tell you that breakouts for me as a trader come two ways. One is a flat top breakout, but everything has to work out in a very specific way for me to trade a flat top breakout, or there's a dip buying opportunity, which I actually prefer. And again, when I'm at the apex of a potential breakout, I need to see a whole sort of system. My whole system has to come into play for that to work out perfectly. So what I actually want to do right here, right now in this particular video lesson is I just want to go over what it is I'm looking at for a breakout and what are the models and ways that you can potentially get in to a breakout. So it's going to vary on a trader by trader basis, first and foremost. Not every single trader is going to trade a breakout the same. So stick around to the end and watch how I personally will buy a breakout. So first and foremost, I always have to look at what is the overall trend. This is trading 101. Like, you just have to understand what the general trend is of a stock. And if I'm going to buy a long breakout versus a short breakdown, I have to make sure that the long trend is to the upside. I want to be trading in the direction of the prevailing trend. That's very, very important. So the prevailing trend on Apple is going to be long. It's going to be very, very bullish. And so anytime there is a small pullback like this, and this is a small pullback when you look at the grand scheme of things here, that small pullback is telling you that maybe profit takers are stepping in and price action is moving to the downside a little bit. Maybe larger funds are rotating out of the name, and they're also realizing some gains and moving into other asset classes, other stocks, so on and so forth. But this is nothing to be scared of. This is actually what you as a breakout trader want to be monitoring for a potential opportunity to get in. And you're seeing we have this line right through here. This, to me, it's not clean support, but it is a level that price action finds itself heading towards over a longer period of time. So from August until just recently, price action has gapped above it. It's broken down. It's been resistance all the way through here, gapped above, again, support, and you can see that we play out. So what I'm looking for is some sort of magnetic zone. In this area, it's going to be 119, and then I'm looking for a pullback, and this is what is referred to as a counter trend move. This is counter to the overall bullish nature of Apple. Every single stock that I'm going to go over after Apple is going to follow this same premise. So you can see right through here that we get what's called trend line resistance. We hit this high, we come up, we sort of retest, it's approximate, we retest, it's very clean all the way through here, and then we make our way down into this apex. What you're going to see right through this area right through here is a form of consolidation where price action is not trending up or down, but sideways. And this is telling me that there's maybe some potential accumulation now. The selling has completely subsided, and we're looking at more of a demand story versus a supply story, and price action is on the precipice of getting taken to the long side, and that more people are going to step in here at this quote-unquote discounted price. So what I want to do now in this particular situation is I actually want to get long the breakout of trendline resistance. Now, this is something that I actually talked about in a live webinar weeks ago. This is something that I posted in our chat room, and I was saying, like, Apple is priming for a breakout. This is not rocket science. And so what we're looking for right through here is an actual breakout of that trendline resistance. So as soon as price action jumps on the other side, I then want to look at this in terms of, okay, we've got an actual breakout. Price action has changed direction, and now it's trending on the side of wanting to take out that level of consolidation. That is how I trade the breakouts, is I'm looking at a whole bunch of variables, and I'm trying to understand what is the highest probability scenario here. Is Apple honestly going to take out 119 and drop like a rock? Probably not. Fundamentally, this stock, this company is exceptionally sound. They're just product after product after product being released. The world loves and adores Apple. It's not going down, not today anyways. So I just start to look at all of these factors. I'm looking at the price action and the technicals behind what's going on. This is a very, very simple dip, and you'll see that it happens here, it happens here, it happened here, here, and there are all of these dips, which are where the opportunities lie. This is the counter trend portion of trading. And you'll see right through here that that trend line resistance broke, and then right in through here there's a little bit of a pullback on that daily candle. The pullback on that daily candle is really the opportunity to get long. Now that is one model that you could use to get long a breakout, is you could wait for the actual breakout and then a close towards the end of that, getting into a position towards the end of the session, towards the close, and then what you are doing is you're positioning in for the actual move that will come thereafter. So that's one way of getting long a breakout. Now with Apple specifically, this is the daily chart, but then I go through a whole regimented series of other charts looking for very specific things that will confirm the fact that this is a viable opportunity that's breaking out at this particular moment in time. Okay, so that's Apple. This is the same thing that we did with Twitter very recently. Again, posted this in chat and across our social media platforms, and you can see same thing. Nice big trend, pullback, trend line resistance, boom. There's the breakout right through there. This candle somewhere in here, based on your strategy, is where you're going to want to get long the breakout. Not necessarily down through here or down in these lower levels. These would be probably more akin to where you're going to put your stop losses. But again, there's the trend line. It breaks out. I go down to a lower time frame, and I use my precision entry strategy to get long these names. So we did the same thing with Twitter. We did the same thing with Square, and this one I made 143% over 2 or 3 days on the calls that I had. It's the same thing that we are currently doing for Roku. Same thing, breaking out. It's now, I was long the breakout this day, pulled back. We're getting into a resistance level that I want to see pop. So this is something that I've got about a month's worth of a month worth of time value on. And I'm just looking to get price action squeeze on the other side of 367. But you're going to see that we got that trend line resistance. We've got a break and a confirmation of the actual trend line resistance breaking. The volume steps in, and then we're moving to those higher levels. So you can see that I'm doing this all day long the exact same way. So that is how we would want to trade the breakouts on some of these stocks. This is also ETSY. Etsy's another one, and currently long this position as well, getting in on the same, using the same methodology. So you got that trend line resistance, nice bullish trend. You've got a form of support down through here, so you can see that it put in this resistance, pulled back. The support is now doing a bit of a retest. It's not the cleanest retest, but it is. And then price action pushes off, pulls back, and then boom, we're getting along the position. So that's how you're going to want to look at these breakout trades. You're going to want to look for a dip, trend line resistance squeezing. You're going to want to see a key level that is holding price action. And again, this is not rocket science, guys. If you have any questions, by all means, feel free to reach out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn your notifications on. This is Julian from J. Lewis Trading.